Hello, Megan. Happy Tuesday.
It is a gorgeous Tuesday. I've got all the windows
That it is.
open and the fan on and no need for the AC because it is a beautiful Southern California
Gotta
afternoon.
love it.
This
Gotta
is what
love
we
it.
pay the big bucks for.
For sure. It's worth it.
So my weekend was bananas, as you
Yeah.
know, because you were getting texts and emails from me. And I don't know, Rick, I have been this month, actually pretty soon, I think here sometime in August, I have it on my calendar, is my 22-year anniversary of being a realtor. And in my
Excellent.
22 years, I don't think I've seen anything quite like this. Not even in 2004, 5, 6, that was different. But this is like, it's bananas out there. I mean, holy smokes. I showed property, I usually show property like every other day or something. Usually show in bulk, like if I go out, we'll see 3 properties, 4 properties. But yeah, I don't know how many offers I wrote this weekend because with some buyers, they write 2 offers, on different houses that they see. But what's interesting is dealing from a buyer's perspective in a seller's sort of market with multiple offers and how the agents respond is all very different. Dealing with everybody is different every single time. And, I'm a high level communicator. I'm not a bugger.
You are.
I will not call you if I don't have anything of substance to talk about or have like a topic. I'm not an annoying communicator. I'm an effective communicator.
I agree with that.
I wrote an offer this weekend on a house that my clients like really, really love. They usually always love the houses they write offers on, right? But I've known these clients for a long time, and this is like, I've known for a long time. This is right up their alley. Like, they would really love to have this house. And it's kind of an emotional house. It's so I called the agent when I was on my way over to show the property and just like, hey, give me the scoop. What's the situation? And then I called her when I was done showing the property, like, holy smokes, what a great property. I had some questions. We kind of batted that back and forth. And then my client decided on Monday to go ahead and write an offer. So I said, could you write a cover letter, and tell them about yourself and put your picture and, and, I got you on board. You called the agent for me. And so now we're in negotiations, and there's a couple of offers in because it's just one of those properties. When this is all done, I'll reveal it. And so anyway, the agent, we just kind of keep communicating, and we're trying to solve a closing issue. They want to close by the end of the month. Today is August 4th, right? That's coming very soon, the end of the month. But so we've been batting things back and forth, and the agent said, I am so glad that you always answer your phone when I call you.
Huge.
It's like, yes, I do. Sunday's my day off, but if I'm negotiating and I see the agent calling me, you bet your sweet fanny I'm answering the phone. I worked for a couple hours on Sunday anyway, because that's what you do in this market. You're self-employed. You got to make these people get what they need, what they want, and you just got to get it done. But it's just interesting. We just got acceptance on another offer, and there were 7 offers in. And, I couldn't really make a connection with that agent, but I stayed on top of things and made sure it was thorough and thoughtful. And we just got word we got that offer accepted. So
yeah, congrats.
Yeah,
that'll
awesome be, we've got 10 new transactions in the last week.
That's bananas.
It is bananas. It is bananas. But luckily, I have a killer team. Georgette's been with me over, gosh, I don't know how long Georgette's been with me.
A long time.
I'm a terrible person.
As long as I've been doing.
I know. I think she's been with me like
15, 20 years.
I don't know, maybe like 13 or 14.
Yeah, a long time.
My team knows what to do. Like
Yeah, they do.
they are awesome. And then, Chris has been with me, I think, over 10 years. And now, we have Stephanie, she's been with me over 4 years. People come and they stay and they learn skills, and we stay on top of these things because every one of them is different. Everybody's got different needs, and
oh yeah,
just trying to stay on top of things. But an idle mind is the devil's playground, so we have to stay busy. I know you're busy.
You're the best at this stuff. I know. Listen,
I know you're really busy. Oh my gosh.
I'm thankful to be busy, and it's like you have got a very, very good team around me that helps me get through some of this stuff. It's about systems and processes and teams, right? And you're the best at that. And that's, I know why you get a lot more of your offers accepted, because you are that great communicator, right? You're on the phone and saying things that are meaningful at the right time to push something forward, rather than being a nuisance. And even worse, a lot of realtors, I deal with a lot of other realtors, as you know, and I you know how I feel about that, but I'll have agents call and they'll say, hey, we submitted the offer. I'm going, oh, great. So let's call them up and let's tell them this. Oh, no. We'll just see what they're going to say. You know what they're going to say. And I get the call 4 days later. Oh, they took another offer. Oh,
right.
It's too bad. Well, because they're not doing what Meghan does. They're not following up. They're not following through. They're not doing the right things. And I feel bad in those situations for their clients, because, those agents mean well. They think they're doing all the right things. Haven't got the skill set, though, to really push it through. And that's the difference. They haven't got the process or the system. So
I think because
I
have so many,
that for sure.
Thank you. I think because I have so many listings too, that I know what it's like to be at both ends pretty evenly,
Right, for sure. Well, I appreciate that about you.
Well, hallelujah too. We'll never ever complain about being busy, and we'll never ever tell our clients we're too busy to get to them. They have no idea. They always feel like they are the only person in our lives, right?
That's true.
As they should. That's how I want to feel, right?
That's exactly right.
Jeez.
Every time.
All right, let's talk about the market. So because things are moving the way that they have, I talked to my team and I said, okay, here's what we have to do, because the rapid sort of nature of this market is every beginning of every month. So now we're at that week. We're going to update all of our potential clients that are, we categorize people as like ready to go. They need to do something in the next month or so. Or we've got 30 to 60 days that they've got some project that they're trying to finish up, and then they'll be ready to go. And then we have a 6 month sort of client, longer project that they're resolving maybe some bigger issues, or, trying to figure out some problems to solve, that sort of thing. But either way, I feel like because the market's moving so quickly that we have to move into a more frequent update for those people, so that they can maybe start to weigh what's holding them back and what's coming, and to see what's the more important move at the time,
Right.
Because as you and I were talking about, there's people's behavior is changing very quickly about their homes, their houses, their attitude, what they value. It's all changing very rapidly. And a lot of people are staying put. When I first got in the real estate business, I think it was like 3 to 4 years people lived in their houses and then they moved. And now it's a little bit longer. It's like 7 years plus. And we're seeing that in that we don't have that much inventory last year. And now this year, layered up with COVID, I just read on Inman that there's 15% less homes for sale than there were last year.
Right.
But the interest rates have changed. And what did you conclude on that? We were just talking about which from last year to this year.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. So there's a report. Last year rates were good too. We know that, but this year they're exceptional. This won't last forever, but we know they're exceptional. And so we now know that a buyer this year compared to last year, because of the lower rates, they can now afford to buy a house that's $30,000 more expensive than they could have bought last year. The same payment, for the same payment. So
Mm-hmm.
rates at this level, we were talking about numbers earlier today. I mean, I run numbers on different price levels all the time. It's what I do every day. And I was running one today on a condo. And I thought, my gosh, it's a 3% down deal. And the payment was about the same as they'd pay for rent for the same condo. It's like, I haven't seen that in probably 20 years.
I know.
You know,
That's what I was
with rates
telling you
being this
too.
low. Yeah.
I saw a VA, it was like 600,000 was the loan amount because 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And they were locked in at like 2.87. I mean, the
Yeah.
total PITI, the whole enchilada payment was like $3,400 a month. And it's
Yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
fantastic because rent
Mhm.
is ridiculously high.
It
And
is.
you get to buy, and then you have, you know, a tax write-off on your mortgage
Mhm.
interest and part of your taxes, not the whole thing, for some people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, geez, I mean, this is an
Well,
interesting time.
well, here's the cool thing about the VA, which no one really knows about that much in Orange County. You know, in Orange County, you can, even LA County for that matter, you can buy a house with VA financing with a 0 down payment up to $1.5 million.
That's fantastic.
0 down payment, that rate's below 3%.
Right.
That's darn near free money
Oh
over
my
a
gosh.
30-year period. I mean, so you're buying something in the below 3% interest rate, and there's no PMI on those loans.
Right.
You know, there's no mortgage
So
insurance. It's a
affordable.
straight deal for VA. So especially right now, if anyone's a veteran,
Mm-hmm.
man, you just can't beat this market on that. It's
I
a
know.
great way to buy a house.
I know.
It's
You and I
amazing.
closed an over $1 million
We
VA
did.
deal recently in 21 days. Thank you very
We
much,
did.
Rick. And yeah, because sometimes sellers think VA, they're like, oh, VA, FHA, what a pain in the butt. There's going to be repairs that I have to make or costs that I'm going to have to cover because
Right.
it's a government insured loan. But I have in my 22 years, like I have not
Mhm.
met a problem I haven't been able to solve. But more
Right.
importantly, especially now in the last 10 years, I think that the VA is just a lot easier to work with. You don't have a
They've
long
changed their
list
policies
of,
a lot.
yeah, long
Right.
list of repairs, and let's
Right.
get our
And
veterans into
right.
their houses.
Well, and to your point earlier about, you know, talking to listing agents and, you know, when you have to, on that transaction, as you recall, there was what, 7 or 8 offers in that property?
Oh yeah.
And we were the only 0
Oh
down
man.
VA offer. I mean, my gosh, right? How often does that happen? So it's
I was
about
out
that
of
level of
town. I was on
communication.
vacation. I was
Yeah,
on the
right. I remember that.
phone. Yeah.
I remember that.
My kids
Right,
know
but
when I'm on the phone, shh, quiet.
yeah, right. Which is all the time, right?
I know exactly. No, they do know how to talk on the phone. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids actually will come and start repeating what I say. Hey, this is what Dad says on the phone. They start almost verbatim.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, oh my gosh,
They're like little
they got it
parents.
down. I know.
Well, what
It's
about
funny.
with these interest rates? Let me just touch on this and then I'll let you go because I know it's been a long call. But what
Yeah.
should, like, let me just talk about refining real quick because this is coming up a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wait till next week to touch on this.
Mhm.
If somebody's at blank interest rate,
Mhm.
should they refi right now? Like, what's the threshold, do you think? Like, if they're over 4, they should definitely refinance, or what do you think?
I think anything at 3 7/8 or higher, they should be refinancing, and maybe even 3 3/4 at this point. Hard to say for sure. It's based on their loan amounts and what they're paying now and so on. But even at rates below 4%, not much below 4, 3 7/8 is still good. 3 3/4 possibly. We're saving people a lot of money, and it's amazing when I run those numbers. It's like, holy cow, that's a huge savings.
I know.
And you look at the low rate.
People are
it's like,
saying like $500 a month or something. That's
oh yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah, do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean,
And over the long haul,
especially
yeah.
if you're going to be there for, 5 years or more,
Mhm.
it's definitely a cost you can recoup because there's closing costs in refinancing. But,
Mhm.
but
Well, here's an idea. Think about this idea just for a brief moment. You can take their current rate at 30-year fixed, take that down to a 20-year fixed at a much lower rate, and the payment is about the same as you're paying on the current 30-year fixed. So think about that. So instead of having a loan for 30 years, they pay it off about 10 years sooner. And so for the average homeowner, that's about a $250,000 savings over the life of owning that house by keeping the same payment.
Yeah.
That's
Very
like,
good.
when you think about that, that's crazy. Yeah.
I know I want everybody to be rich with equity and choices, you know, and health, of course.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
a good thing.
So,
Equity is a good thing.
yeah, I love it. Well, good. Well, there's lots of good stuff going on, and gosh almighty, if somebody's been sitting on the fence, there has never been a better time to jump off of the fence with both of your feet and just get ready to rock and roll.
No doubt.
All right.
Best
I love
time
it.
ever.
All right. Thanks, Rick. I'll talk to you real soon.
Thanks,
we have to
Meghan.
talk about the next escrow. Okay.
That's right.
Bye.
So awesome. Thanks, Meghan. See ya.